Okay, here's another meal we can try. One thing I've learned is that we as Americans tend to overeat a lot of times, and we don't follow the basic serving sizes. And to stretch my food, I've started to discipline myself to be more strict in following package size. So this is a quarter of a cup of rice. I packed away my measuring spoons, but I'm going to take 3 teaspoons of rice, or about a handful of rice. Add that to the pan. And I got some red lentils here, which I love lentils. And I'm just going to take 1 teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to add a cup of water. Bring that to a boil. I'm going to put it on high right now and let that start to heat up. Now I've got some of this chicken-based broth. Now you can also get beef, and it's got just some good seasoning in it, salt and a bunch of celery and carrots and garlic and all kinds of good stuff. You know, seasoning makes food taste good. So I'm going to take about a half teaspoon there. To a boil. And I'm just a big fan of herbs. I mean, I grow herb gardens and you just get so many vitamins and minerals. So I love oregano. It's a natural antibiotic. So I'll put a bunch of oregano in there, and then I got some basil here. Put a few dashes of that in. Again, I'll stir that up. I always make a mess cooking. Can't keep it in a pan. But yeah, just stir that like that. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we can put that lid on it and let it just simmer for a while. About 20 minutes. I've got brown rice in here, so it takes a little longer to cook. If you had white rice, you can make this meal a lot faster. But that's alright. It's all healthy. You can always add an egg in this, but since I showed an egg in one of the other videos, I want to just show a basic lentil and rice. You get a complete protein with just the two. And the key is just to eat throughout the day, small simple meals, not a whole bunch at once. My diet, I'm having to do less because it's bad for my esophagus and my stomach. I got acid reflux from overeating all the years, you know, and being in the military, they make you eat fast and create a lot of bad habits. So I'm learning to eat smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day, which is fine. Christ's followers are supposed to fast anyway. Intermittent fasting is a popular thing for me. Sometimes I'll eat just 1 or 2 meals a day. There's one guy who he ate just 1 meal every 24 hours, and he advocated for eat as much as you want in that 1 hour period, and then fast 23 hours. And they did a scientific test on him, and he had the perfect heart rate, and he was real healthy. You know, his blood pressure was good, but man, he would pack away a bunch of food in that hour. More than I would want to eat. Like complete whole pizzas and stuff on the side. Who knows how many calories you got. Alright, so it's starting to get to a boil. And that's what we want. Especially with brown rice. We really want to get that to boil up. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down to temp. And I'm going to put it on about 2 and let it simmer there for a little bit. Okay, and you can just put the lid on. And I'll check back when it's done. Now, it's been simmering now for a little bit, about a half hour. It's starting to look really good. So at this point you could stop and it would be good soup, right? Or you could boil it down even more and just have a rice and lentil meal. But I like this. I'm going to go ahead and serve this into a bowl. As you can see, that's portion control. Diet and exercise is all about portion control. So that's a good serving, you know. Again, you could add an egg if you want a little bit more substance, but just little meals throughout the day like this. And that looks so delicious.